What's going on, family? So I'm actually driving right now. I look crazy because you can't barely see me, but please help me out with that. Like, just kind of deal with it. But I figured I would do my part 2 to my new series, y'all. I gave y'all a cliffhanger, and I plan on finishing it out for you. So be prepared. Go get your soda. Let me tell y'all, I am hella irritated. I'm like extra irritated. You want to know why? Do you want to know why? Do y'all know I recorded this whole ass video driving, okay? But my goddamn video was too high. Like, literally, okay, listen, my camera literally only showed me from here up. And I know that look crazy as hell. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put a clip in right now. Look at this shit. Do you see it? Do you see it? I thought so. Alright, so after I made the call, you know, all of that, and told him I was leaving, I packed as much as I could pack in two not grocery bags, what the fuck? 2 garbage bags, 2 big garbage bags. What I'm upset about is I actually wasn't able to get a lot of my childhood things that I wanted to be able to show my kids at some point, like all my awards and things like that. So that's a little upsetting, but I needed clothes a little more than I needed my trophies and shit. So what you gonna choose? So before all of this even came about, I had asked my best friend's grandma if she would be okay with me coming to stay with her. She didn't even know my whole story. She didn't know my whole story. She knew a good bit of it, though. I made certain she knew some of it. Because, like, you gonna let some random ass kid come stay with you? I ain't think so. Just for nothing? Nah. So, I gave her some of my story. We made a plan for me to be able to come there legally, though. I just wanted to wait at least a week before doing that, because I didn't want shit to just pop off out of nowhere. It was already stressful for what I was doing. So my best friend's grandma okayed it, and my best friend, you know who you are, I love you, babe, I love you, and she okayed it. So like I said, I packed as much as I can pack in 2 garbage bags, and I had to carry this shit. But y'all want to know the illest part? She lived around the corner from my house. She legit lived right around the corner. So I wasn't too worried about having to carry that in the same sense. I was. But my little cousin, rest in peace, my little cousin helped me pack my stuff. I literally told him everything that was going on. Some of this is in another story time, just so y'all know. So for my loyal subscribers, y'all know what I'm talking about. For all my newcomers, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and like my video. Thank you. But so he helped me pack, and I was debating on telling him. I didn't know if I wanted to tell him or not. So I came to the conclusion, I'm like, you know what? I don't want him to think I'm leaving him, per se, leaving him. So I literally stood there in that door, and I told him exactly why I was leaving. Guess what he said to me? He said he knew. He knew what his dad was doing. And he said that he just was scared to say something to me or ask me if he was right. That was crazy to me. Y'all don't understand. He was young. He was 11. But I told him everything that was going on. Like I said, he told me he knew, which blew me. Like, you have no idea. And I felt bad for him, even to have to tell him what his dad was doing. Like, I felt horrible for telling him that. But as I said, he told me he knew. That, like I said, again, blew me. He helped me pack my stuff, and then he also helped me carry the shit around the corner. He knew exactly what house I was going to. He knew all of it. I made certain I told him I was going to keep in contact with him. I told him I was going to keep him updated on everything that was going on. He also told me he was going to keep me updated on what they were doing in order to try to stop me if they did try to stop me. When I got to the house, I talked to my best friend's grandma, and we basically got me settled. She told me what room I was going to, all of that. We unpacked my stuff, like we were having a conversation about our next steps and all of that. And then after I got done talking to her, I called my husband. Before I did that, though, because I'm a respectful MFer, I asked her if she cared that he came over so I could tell him in person a lot of the stuff. And she okayed it. She said, okay, fine, he could come over. So I called him and told him I wanted to tell him why I left in person. He was off work that day, and I told him to make certain he asked. I didn't want him to just come. I said, go ask your parents first. Don't just show up. So that's what he did. So he came over, and we went out to the front porch, which was dangerous. That was stupid as shit, because like I said, they live right around the corner, and I wasn't for sure if my cousin wasn't going to say anything or not, because I forgot to even add, that's his blood relatives. It's not my blood, it's his blood. So again, that was stupid as hell. That was so dumb. But we went out on a porch, and I told him some stuff, but I didn't tell him everything because I didn't want him to judge me. Number one, rape is really, it makes you shameful. Like, you feel ashamed of yourself. Like, you feel like you caused it, like all of that. Like, you feel like it's your fault. So I didn't want him to judge me off that. I also forgot to add, the day I ran away, as I told you in that last video, was June 23rd, 2001. That was also the last day I was raped. I was raped that morning. And that was really my driving force of leaving. That was like one of the biggest things. That was one of the things that really made me like, fuck it, I'm tired of it. Like, I'm over it. I'm tired of them just using me as little rag dolls, not giving a damn how it makes me feel, that type of thing. I hate telling this story. Oh, Lord. I was seriously tired. I was really tired. So I was out. I was not dealing with it no more. I said that was the last day, the very last day they would ever touch me. I honest to God said they would have to kill me first, and I literally meant every word I said. But again, I was not ready to tell my husband. So I told him about the abuse and things like that. I explained to him why I couldn't really see him like that outside of school. I let him know those things. But when I got to this house, I actually had freedom for the first time in my life. Like, complete freedom. Now, when I was locked up and coming out, when I got into a different house, I had freedom. The only reason why I didn't have complete freedom was because of my probation and things like that. But it wasn't the family I stayed with, I can promise you that. And to this day, I still talk to them. I love them like it's my family for real. Sissy know who she is. Love you, babe. But I had complete freedom, and it was weird to me. Believe it or not, I didn't even feel comfortable being free. He stayed for a good while. We ate, stuff like that, and then he went home. He had to go home. Time progresses some, and things actually were going really good. Like, we were going out a lot. Like I said, stuff was good. I was way comfortable with him at this point. Things were really good. The household I was staying in, like, she allowed me to see him when I wanted to. Obviously, there was rules. She wasn't one of those like, oh, okay, you go do this type person. No, there was rules, which I appreciated, because I would have made my own rules, but like, that's another story. So I had spoke to a person about me running away, probably like a week in, and asked her to make certain she don't say anything to anyone about anything I told her. Guess what happened? Literally like a half an hour later, there's a caseworker calling to speak to me. Guess what else happened? I had to go get rape kits and things like that. That was a whole ass mess, and that's also in another story time, and my loyal subscribers would know exactly what I'm talking about. But I need to break that down a little more, because I want y'all to get an understanding of how messed up that situation was. I didn't tell my husband about my rapes until July 4th. We were supposed to go downtown and watch the fireworks, but I don't feel comfortable in big crowds, so I begged him for us not to go. I did not want to go for nothing, because big crowds, and to this day, overwhelms me, because I'm an empath, so I feel your feelings. Dead ass. No joke. If you're standing next to me and you're upset about something, you can act like you're happy, but I feel exactly what you feel. That's also another story. I'm going to leave it at exactly where it is, because I'm going to give you a story time about the first time that we did things. I would say losing the V card, but I mean, I was raped, so I don't know what you would call it. I don't know what you would call that, but that's my next video with other stuff. But that's going to be the main focus. It's kind of funny, but it ain't. We got another cliffhanger, baby. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up, comment, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you're notified every time I drop a new video. And I mean every time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in my next one. Deuces. I love them cliffhangers. I swear.